everyone, this is the Mirrorsphere Origins. Daniel, your host. Thank you all for coming. Today I want to talk about a video game. It's been a while since I talked about any video games, but this one covers, there'll be an article in the description over Bleeding Fool's coverage of the Marvel video game by Square Enix. They've lost, as I read in the article, Square Enix has lost about 45 or 48 million dollars. We told them that. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this game was not going to go like they thought it would. When they announced it, it looked like trash. The characters looked awful. There's a couple characters that looked pretty cool, like Hulk looked pretty decent, but like Captain America just looked bad. And then they announced the story, which is all going to be covered by the eyes of Miss Marvel. Not Captain Marvel, not that, but Miss Marvel, the little stretchy girl. She's like 5th tier superhero. She's new. Nobody really cares. She's not one of the big names you want to make the story by. So a lot of us said, this is a bad idea. A lot of us did. If you're going to make an Avengers video game, you need to make the story about the Avengers, not like the new Avengers or new Avengers, or whatever Marvel's coming out with crap right now. And the game came out, it was buggy as hell. They couldn't. A lot of people were complaining about the matchmaking was terrible. Sorry about the background noise for just a second, but anyways, the matchmaking was terrible. They were having so many issues. There's not enough players right now to even matchmake. And that's a big issue with a game who is a live action. This is another case of a company saying, "Hey, we're going to make what they call those live games, where they constantly update it." Like Anthem and a couple others. Anthem was a massive failure and one of the most disappointing games I have ever met. Man, I was really looking forward to Anthem. I was completely sold to the hype. I fell for the marketing. I fell for all the crap. This great stories, massive world, free to do, explore. This, huge ass game that you're just gonna have fun flying around all day long like you're Iron Man, and I was so hyped for that game, and then it blew, and they didn't even have 50% of what they promised, and God, did that piss me off. That ruined my belief of pre-order, of believing companies when they go to like EA, shows and stuff, and they show off these trailers, and they go, "This great game, we got this awesome thing," because that's a fucking lie. They lied straight to our face with Anthem. They lied straight to our face, and they didn't even have the 25% of that game what they showed out. The whole trailer was fake. That pissed me off. And I hope it pissed you off, other gamers out there, because you don't fucking sell lies. If you do that, you lose all trustworthy in your product, you lose all trustworthy in your brand, and then we're done with you. Gamers will walk away. We're not gonna fucking done with you. And I know Anthem's got some more updates and shit like that. I don't care. Unless they completely do what Final Fantasy 14 did. Take it down, say we're sorry to the fan base, say we're sorry that we failed you, like Square Enix did with 14. They did the good job. They put a good man in charge who gave a shit about the fans, about the gamers, about the customers. And he gave a shit about the products that fall under his name. Because his name was going to be on it. He wanted to make sure that was something worthy. It was like his child. And he released Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn and blew everyone away, and to this day is one of the greatest MMOs ever to play. Square Enix needs to get their head out of their ass and look at that and go, okay, we fucked up. We made a game was supposed to have an online event. It's supposed to be live service. That's what live service, which is fucking, I don't know if I ever trust that shit again. Because they said, hey, if it's not working now, we can fix it later. Don't fucking believe that shit, because you don't sell a game that's not finished at full price and expect people to just roll over. This game had a lot of problems. For the trailer, a lot of people were like, this doesn't look good. There looks like there's a lot of issues with this game, and Square Enix pushed it out. My guess is Marvel pushed it out. That's my main. Yeah, Square Enix was in charge of the game development, but I have a feeling the Marvel today with Disney was like, hey, we want that game out. We want it out now. You can fix it later. And they probably forced Square Enix to push it out on the date that they said they would. Not finished, not ready. And they're probably the one who wrote the story. I don't think Square Enix wrote that story. I have a feeling that it was today's Disney Marvel that did that crap, because it was full of cringy, girl power fucking bullshit. And they're trying to push this new age heroes, this new feminine, especially feminine heroes that no one really gives a shit about. Like, we like our heroes, and there are female heroes that are fantastic, like Wonder Woman and what's the one from Marvel? You know, you got Black Widow. You have other heroes that are in that world that are really awesome. Spider-Woman. You got I can't think of the X-Men characters from, you know, Jaina and freaking Rogue would be fucking cool. Rogue game would be cool. But, you know, Storm. And, you know, these characters have been around for years. You know, Miss Marvel has always been a failure of a character. Or not Miss Marvel, but Captain Marvel has always been a failure of a character. And they keep pushing these low-tier characters on us. And we're just like, we don't care. Like, make it cool. A cool Avengers game that focuses purely on, like, Iron Man. You know, maybe make multiple storylines. One would, if you start off as Iron Man, you get to play an Iron Man site, or Captain America, or Spider-Man, or the Hulk, or, you know, freaking putting the X-Men in there. That would be fucking cool. Maybe Deadpool. You have Deadpool. You could put him in there, and everybody would fucking buy that shit. Like, these are characters you want to have in an Avenger game. Instead, they go with low tier, really crappy, you know, Squirrel Girl level of fucking cringe. And yes, I'm talking about Squirrel Girl, the cringy ass fucking hero, because come on. As soon as they put that fucking weirdo in that Spider-Man cartoon, they had that, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man cartoon, and it was pretty decent. It had really cool characters, and then they started putting these new characters in there from the new stuff. They had like Squirrel Girl and fucking weird ass shit, and it's like, what the fuck? Nobody wants that stuff. We want our heroes. You can make new heroes, but don't try to sell it as that's what people want. You know they don't. Why they keep trying to push these heroes, I don't understand. You'd think they would care more about making money than trying to push whatever fucking crap they want to push. Fortunately, we all know who's in charge of Marvel right now, and that's Disney. And Disney is completely owned by the SJWs, and so is Marvel. That's why Marvel Comics are absolute trash right now. And so is DC. And mainstream comics have fallen from grace completely. They're all worthless. I would never buy another comic from those companies again, probably ever, unless they get a whole new change of command, they get a whole new facelift, and they put people in there who actually give a shit about the heroes and the fans. And the comic book shops. These people don't give a shit about the comic book shops, because if they did, they would want to make heroes that people want to buy. And we could tell that they don't give a shit from the New Warriors. That was a slap in the face to all of us fans, as a, look at these are fucking junk. And I don't know who in Marvel was like, yeah, that's a great idea. No. That's why it hasn't come out yet. So now Square Enix has a choice to make. Are they going to just leave the game as it is, maybe stop making it live or whatever, like, you know, and then go, hey Disney, hey Marvel, fuck off, we're done, we're pulling this game, it failed miserably? Or are they going to say, you know what, Marvel, Disney, fuck off, we're going to take the game down, we're going to put someone who actually gives a shit in charge and redoes the whole game. They come out again, we're going to clear off that stupid storyline that you guys created, because so many comments are from people who are like, I played it, it was short, it was fucking lame, the story was fucking stupid. The online play is decent, but nobody's online anymore to play it, so it's boring, it's repetitive. It just, no. See, you don't want that in online games. See, that's why these companies keep failing. It's because they're like, hey, Call of Duty's repetitive. You have the same kind of match, you keep shooting each other. Yeah, but there's a certain game, a certain attraction to online shooters like that, like Halo and fucking shit. Yes, it's the same map. Yeah, it could be your same friends, but not every match is the same. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and it's fun. But online games, especially MMOs, I'm a big MMO fan, need to have more than just repetitive crap. Because the more repetitive it gets, the longer it gets, the more boring it gets, especially in game. So many online games have a problem at end game. Even Final Fantasy 14. This is why I'm not playing right now. It's because I'm waiting for the next expansion to be announced. Then I'm going to get back on my character, after my computer's built, and I'm going to transfer all my stuff to the computer because I'm all on the PlayStation 4. I'm going to transfer it all over to the computer, and then I'm going to replay Final Fantasy 14 from the beginning on live. I will do that live where I play a new character, but I also have my old character who will continue on as the next expansion comes out. So you'll continue the storyline with that character. And I love my Arthas Arkwright is my main character, and I can't remember what server I'm on right now because I switched. It was Genova for a long time, and then my brother got on. He started playing with some friends on a different server, convinced me to transfer, and then he quit, and then I was stuck. So eventually I probably will transfer back to Genova or something like that because I really like that server. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And one day I'll plan on getting back into 14, especially after there's a lot more content now since I've been playing. They got the relics now and a bunch of stuff now. And I'm waiting for the next expansion to get announced so that I can get back into it, have enough time between that time it's announced and the expansion release to get caught up, get all my the armor I need, the AF weapons, all that stuff, so I'm prepared for the expansion. A lot of people do this in MMOs. They play for long periods of time. They get to a certain point where they're like, okay, nothing really big is coming out. Yeah, there's some story patch and stuff, but I can catch it up later. So I'm going to wait. And they get off. And they wait a couple months and they get back in because they kind of get burnt out. And they take a break. Everybody does. Even in World of Warcraft. One second. But yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. But yes, in the description, I have the Bleeding Cool's article linked. So you'll be able to look it up if you want to look it up and read it for yourself. I wish I could read it. When my computer is done, guys, I'll be able to pull all this shit up with you guys and read it out with you. I can't wait to be able to do that. Excuse me. Can't. Oh. Whew. Sorry, I need a drink. I can't do that on my phone because most of my videos I make on my phone. And it doesn't allow me to do multiple screens on my phone for some reason. Wish it did. It'd be fucking awesome. But when everything is done and ready, I hope to make much more improvement on these things where I can actually bring up the articles, go over it with you. But yeah, just another failure of a live, this live play or whatever. Complete your games, game companies. Complete the game. Make sure it is something worthy of your talent. At one point in my life, I wanted to be a game designer. I wanted to be the guy who helps create something vast and amazing, and people can say, that guy did that. Like Skyrim level of awesome. Where people are like, damn, dude, that game is fucking fun. It's awesome. You got so much you can do. You don't release a game broken. Anthem did that, and it fucking ruined their reputation. It ruined it. And we don't want that to happen. You know how much I would love if Anthem was the game that I wanted it to be? Like, Anthem the way they showed it, the way they announced it, was a game that was going to be beyond epic. You know, the greatest quest. The world changes as you choose different things. You know, the whole world is free open. You can fly with your buddies and go and just explore this ever-changing world in these super cool mech suits that all the stuff will be free to get through the quest, unless you want to buy like certain skins and crap. We were like, okay, whatever. As long as you can get them in the world, or you can buy them, I'm fine with that. But that game really sold me. I bought the collector's edition, the expensive ass collector's edition. I was fucking hyped. And then it came out like it did. And for like a week, it was fun. And then it was like, well, that's it? Like, this world isn't changing. The city isn't changing. Nothing is happening what they promised. It was an absolute lie. And it hurt. It hurt. I felt that pain. I felt that hype just die in me. And that excitement for the next level of gaming just pissed me off. And I am so worried. Like, Cyberpunk 2077 is a game I am really looking forward to with all of my heart and soul. And if it does, like Anthem does, I'd be so disappointed. But right now, CD Projekt Red has earned our respect with The Witcher 3. And that is a game that was epic level. So I just hope and I pray that they deliver the game they promised. And I keep pushing it back. And pushing it back, and it's starting to worry. It's starting to get like, what's going on? They need to be honest with us and be like, hey, you know, this is not what we promised. It's not the level we were hoping for, and I will be disappointed. But I have a feeling they didn't lie to us. So, well, here's hope, guys. And I hope game companies and other companies start learning that you're not making money when you push crap on us. You're not. So please, just make great games with great stories, with, you know, whatever, you know. And you don't have to spend millions and millions of dollars to get it done either. Just look at the game that everybody's playing, Among Us. That game was an indie game, and it became super popular. Why? Because the people who made it gave a damn, and they didn't know if it was going to succeed or not, but they put their heart and their soul in it. You could feel it when you play the game. You could really feel that there's something special about certain games, and I hope to give you guys that when my book comes out. I'm putting my heart and my soul into this, and I'm constantly looking through it, looking to prove it. And I don't want to keep doing that because eventually I won't be able to get it out. So I have to make sure the editing goes great. And if I need to change some stuff, I'll change it if I need to. And I hope to have it out by next year, at the beginning of next year, like January, February time period. I know I wanted it December, but I don't think that's going to be done. The editing is taking way too much longer than I thought. There's just so much to do. I still got a lot of other things I got to get done before I can release the book. I still got to get the cover done, so on and so forth. And it's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it in the end when it sells and it gets into your guys' hands and you guys enjoy it. So I'll see you next time in the Mirror Sphere. Please subscribe, like, and share. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I hope you do. I'm trying to build my channel. I know I'm not the greatest quality right now. I hope to improve the quality of video, improve the quality of my live streaming, and so forth and so on as the time goes. I'm still starting out. I'm still learning. I'm just learning how to soundproof my garage, and it's not yet done. I got a lot of work to do to get it done. I will be doing videos of me actually soundproofing my garage when I start getting all the material and stuff comes in, so that I can put all that stuff up. I'm looking at different ideas how to do it. I'm thinking of more of a blanket, like the big thick moving blankets, stuff like that. My studio is ready, my office space is done, and I got my computer and all that stuff. I hope to really impress you guys with, you know, a great studio and a great love I have for all this community. Hail the Fandom Menace, hail Comicsgate. Thank you all for being here. I will see you next time in the mirrors here. Bye.